Hello and welcome to the another episode of CXO Fireside Chat with Kalpana on CXO TV. Today we have a special guest with us, Mr. Anand Deodhar, Group Chief Information Officer of Force Motors. Anand, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Kalpana, for hosting me.
So Anand, let's dive right into the topic. So in recent years, global supply chains have faced disruptions and how is the automobile industry working to build resilient supply chains and reduce vulnerabilities to unforeseen challenges?
See, the auto industry is actively leveraging information technology, and that is the only thing that is best suited for this to build a more strong supply chain and reduce vulnerabilities for unforeseen challenges. I would list two examples for this. First is what we have done. We didn't know which location was getting impacted, which part was getting impacted, and who my vehicle was going to get impacted. So I had to stop my line literally. So what we have done is that we have mapped the entire, we have got a part number, we go know the vendor and we know the vehicle to which it goes. So we have mapped the entire supply chain. The vendor who is supplying this part, it's tier 1, it's tier 2, and it's tier 3, and the location, and the critical material, raw material which goes into this. So with the combination of all these factors, I can very well relate that in case some area or some rather we can say if some part is some area is going to get disrupted because of a pandemic or any natural calamity, I know which vehicle of mine is going to get affected, and with this I can optimize my production plan to ensure that the line doesn't stop. So this is one thing. Second is, while we have got SAP in place, we have got MRP in place, we are giving schedules as per plan. However, it still doesn't work that way. We need to take vendor commitment as well. So what we have developed a mechanism that though I shared a plan, whether the vendor is committed as per that plan or not. So we are capturing the vendor commitment as well in the next 3 days supply chain visibility and the month visibility. So with this, I got some, what we say, a fair picture of how my production is going to run. And it is essential for building a more resilient supply chain by combining advanced technologies and data-driven insights. So we automakers can proactively address these vulnerabilities, right? And respond effectively to disruption and ultimately ensure a more reliable and robust supply chain.
Yeah. So that's quite commendable. Okay. So product lifecycle management has become a critical component in the automotive industry. How do you see PLM technology influencing the way automotive companies are innovating and bring new vehicles to market while ensuring efficiency and quality throughout the product lifecycle?
I would say product lifecycle management technology plays a pivotal role in automotive industry. I would say it's a spinal cord because it connects your R&D, then your purchase, your advanced development, and your manufacturing. So all operational things are getting connected with research and development. And it is transforming the way company innovate, design, and bring new vehicles to market while simultaneously ensuring efficiency and quality throughout the product life cycle. So in case my one part is getting affected, I know which all vehicles it will go and flow into and whichever way I need to make those changes. So what I think the key enablers for this streamline product development. So PLM technology facilitates collaborative design and engineering processes. It enables cross-functional teams to work together. For example, on any part, two different departments or within two people within same department can work together on the same part. We have got a facility for digital twin as well. So PLM allows for the creation of a digital twin and virtual replicas of physical vehicles can be done. And this digital models enables company to design, simulate, and test new vehicles extensively before going for a physical rollout prototypes. Next is, I think, configuration management. So PLM assists in managing complex file configuration and variants, helping companies efficiently handle diverse product lines and customer preferences. And last not the least, the change management. So as you know that the BOM is ever changing, it cannot be constant. So this change management of any part can be handled very well through PLM. So to summarize, I would say PLM technology has become an indispensable tool for the automobile industry. Without PLM, we cannot just work. It empowers companies to innovate efficiently, reduce development costs, maintain and high quality of standards, and stay competitive in the rapidly changing, evolving market.
Interesting. So, with advancements like connected vehicles and AI-driven features, how are these technological innovations influencing the design and manufacturing processes in the automotive sector?
Technology innovations such as connected vehicles and AI-driven features are significantly influencing the design and manufacturing process in automotive sector. These innovations are revolutionizing the way the vehicle are conceived, built, and maintained. So I'll give you example of say advanced design and simulation. So connected vehicles and AI-driven features and changing the way vehicles are designed. Simulations and digital modeling are used right now to test and validate this technology, reducing the need for physical prototype. So I'd go more than automotive industry as well. So any smartphone, the initial life cycle, the initial time to make that product was 2 to 3 years. Now the companies are so advanced that they are making it in 2 or 3 months. So everything, all simulations are done to prototype virtually, and then only they are tested through prototypes. And this has reduced the time to market approximately 1.5 years at least for these products. Next is increased complexity and modularity. So innovations are making vehicle more complex, as you know. So there is a need for more sophisticated electronic components and wirings, which badge the vehicle and architecture. That data-driven design. So with connected vehicles in place, we are collecting a lot of data. So this data that is collected from connected vehicles is used to inform future design iteration as well. So this data provides insight to how these vehicles are getting used, how they're getting run, what are the terrain, what all issues they are facing. With this advanced information, we can have a good data product in place in future. And lastly, I would say about software-driven updates. So vehicles can now receive over-the-air updates. So we don't have to go to the what we say our dealership to get the patch updated. So it now with connected AI, it can be immediately added to the vehicle details. So in short, I would say that the connected vehicles and AI-driven features are transforming the automotive industry by making vehicles smarter, more efficient, and safer.
Sure, absolutely. The technology has made things quite easier and fast. Coming back to to sustainability, even governments putting too much of emphasis on sustainability, and it's a growing concern. So, how is the industry addressing sustainability and eco-friendliness in both vehicle production and product offerings?
See, sustainability is a new buzzword. So whether it is auto or any IT product, you have to have sustainability in place for those products. So the automotive industry is actively addressing sustainability and eco-friendliness in both vehicle production and product offerings as well through use of IT. I would start with the sustainable supply chain management. So IT systems are used to trace the environmental impact of components and materials throughout the supply chain. This data helps in selecting the eco-friendly suppliers and materials, reducing the carbon footprints and vehicle production. So, for example, for our auto industry, in case we want to source something, we would prefer a vendor who is more environment friendly. Okay, and as I told, digital twins and simulation, so we can do simulation upfront without having a prototype in place. So that also helps in sustainability. I would like to give an example of energy efficiency, how this helps in sustainability. So, for example, we have got IT, OT in place, IoT in place. So with this, we are capturing the energy data, we are capturing the air data, we are capturing the water data. So with this data in place, I can find out wherein I'm having a usage of this resources without my plant in operation. And I can plug this leakages and this avoid and be an energy efficient manufacturer. So I would say I reduced saved a lot of money. but it will be in place for all these measures. And we have got IoTs for sustainable operations as well to monitor and optimize our resources, the consumption in our manufacturing facilities. Uh, if we say by IT part, we have got sustainable data centers as well. So these data centers are transitioning to renewable energy resources to reduce the carbon footprints. So we are seeing more and more solar energy coming into place for these data centers. Highly efficient 5-star rated products servers we are using to ensure that we use less, we consume less carbon footprints. So I would say that by integrating the IT solutions, data analytics, and sustainable practices, the automotive industry is making significant strides in reducing the environment footprints in both production and product offerings.
Yeah. But every industry faces its own challenges. So, what are the biggest challenges and opportunities you see for the automotive sector in the near future?
So challenges in automotive industry go in hand in hand. We can say that now, okay, I'm comfortable. So, but with new technologies coming in, I would say the first threat is the cyber security threat. So with growing connectivity of vehicles and reliance on software makes the industry vulnerable to cyber attacks now. So protecting vehicles and the system from hacking is a major challenge, which I would see in near future. Then with data privacy regulations, for example, DPTP Act that has come, I think the data privacy is another challenge. So whether it is related to vehicles or the people, employees who are working, or the vendors whose information we have captured, or the customers whose information also we have captured, or the dealers. So data with data DPTP Act coming into place, this is going to be a big challenge. How we handle this? Next, as I say, is a supply chain disruption. So anything that goes, it's not a India-specific auto industry, it's a global auto industry, means parts getting sourced across the globe. So whether it is Ukraine war or the recent Israel, this issue that is coming up, or the Suez Canal blockage, anything what is happening geopolitically is going to impact our industry. So we need to be constantly on alert to ensure that how we deal with these issues. Coming to opportunity part, I think electric vehicle, that is a big opportunity. Second is autonomous driving, with ADAS into place and with more and more AI into place, the ease of driving is going to come for all drivers. Connected vehicles and data-driven insights. So in conclusion, I would say the automotive industry is at a critical juncture where IT and emerging technologies offer both challenges and opportunities. I would rather correct myself, it is more of a challenge, less of opportunity.
Yeah. So far, it's more challenging, especially with the macro, as you mentioned, the macroeconomic challenges also, the conditions are adding to those challenges. So you talked about, interestingly, about the autonomous vehicles. So where do you see India? Where do you find India in terms of adoption when it comes to autonomous vehicles?
I would say the outlook for automotive industry in India is one of the cautious optimism, I would say. Several key trends and technology post shape its future. So likely game changers will be electric mobility. The Indian government is pushing for electric vehicles and it's getting traction. So if you just look around in major cities, you will find at least 5 to 10 or 20%. So in Pune, it is close to 10% of people who are using the electric vehicle. Then connected vehicle, as I said, the demand for connected vehicles is going to increase for sure. Digitalization of sales and service. This is an important thing that is going to come up very rapidly. So we have got our dealer management service layer in place. And above that, all apps will be sitting and capturing and sharing information for sales and services, as well as pre-sales and warranty as well. So things crucial for IT technology is, of course, IoT. So with IoT coming in place, we will be having smart factories, connected vehicles, and AI as well, for basically for autonomous driving. And 5G connectivity, you can say. So with rollout of 5G network, this will enhance a real-time communication for connected vehicles. I would say that not only vehicles, all our factories will be 5G connected over a period of time. Maybe in a year or two, we can see that all factories are 5G connected. And with all what we say monotonous activity or transactional activities, these all will get replaced with RP solutions in place. So in conclusion, the Indian auto industry is evolving with a growing focus on electric and connected vehicles, I would say, digitalization and sustainable practices. So all things getting mixed up. And the integration of IT technology is pivotal for addressing industrial challenges and driving growth in the dynamic sector.
Yeah, absolutely, sir. So what are the major digital transformation projects that you have undertaken or been involved in? If you can share with us.
Digital transformation projects, I would say, so wherever there is a process, there is a digital transformation in place. So whether it is manufacturing, whether it is purchase, whether it is quality or sales, you have got whole area to play around for digital transformations. So in manufacturing, we can say that with MES in place, we can do whole lot of digital transformation over there. With purchase, supply chain, and supplier quality, we can do a digital transformation. We can have vendor, what we say, connected platform for information exchange with our vendors, where we can share information and collect information on the go which is required. We can have data collected for critical raw materials, critical components as well of vendors. All our developments, product developments, we can do online. We can do digital part, which we don't need to go be 100% at the vendor's end. We can do some activity digitally at our end and the rest physical activity at the vendor's end. And if we come to the sales and service part, so with CX in place, which is sitting on the DMS platform, all sales, service, and other things, we have a digital transformation in place for that.
Sure. So if you can also talk about your top focus areas and tech priorities over the next 1 or 2 years.
So 1 or 2 years, you mentioned the right way, because in IT, we cannot say what is going to happen in the next 3 to 5 years. What my focus was, my focus will be digital transformation. So leading the digital transformation efforts to ensure that the system, processes, and services are aligned with the organization's strategic objectives. Next is cyber security. The cyber security was, is, and will be a thing which we need to work on. So strengthening the cyber security measure to protect the organization data, system, and infrastructure and evolving threats with DPDP Act and GDPR in place. So we need to be very careful on that front. Next will be the cloud strategy. So whether I need to go for a public cloud, private cloud, go for a hybrid option. So if you ask me, I prefer a hybrid option because I would like to keep my IoT, OT data now in premise and the other data on cloud. So this is the option which I'll be working for. Next thing that I'm working for is with data analytics, because with so much data analytics, data in place, I need to develop a data lake from which I will source the data, and I can just slice and slice the data and get it in my required format. Other thing is infrastructure modernization. But having said that, infrastructure modernization is required. I never know that what is going to be there in next 3 to 5 years. So till lead time of 1 to 2 years, I will be planning all these things. Next and the last will be a disaster recovery. So we never know what is going to happen in case your data center at your place. So we need to have disaster recovery mechanism in place, whether it is a near DR or a far DR, that you need to take a call. But in case you are in banking center, normally you prefer a near DR, but in case it's auto, you can go for a far DR. And most important, having said all this, business continuity is the most important thing. So, in summary, I would say the role of CIO in this IT is multifaceted, covering technical, strategic, and leadership aspect. Top focus and priority over the, I would say, 1 to 5 years should align with the organization goals, of course, what the organization wants and challenges. We need to foster innovation, security, efficiency, and sustainability in IT operations.
Sure, sir. And I would say last but not the least, what is your outlook for the automobile industry and what are the technologies which will be crucial for the growth of this sector?
I would say, as long as there is no disruption in place, we'll be having a growth, we will maintain a growth rate of 7 to 8% for auto industry. The technology which will be mostly used in telematics, put in place.
So thank you, Mr. Deodhar, for sharing your insights and experiences with us. It was a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you for hosting me.
Thank you. So that concludes our CXO Fireside Chat session with Mr. Anand Deodhar, Group CIO of Force Motors. Thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for more insightful conversations on CXO TV.
For more updates from CXO TV, please like and subscribe to our channel.